Hello guys, today my name is Yusuf and today we're gonna talk about tectonic plates and how they are formed and what happens if they collide. So what are tectonic plates? Tectonic plates are a piece of Earth's crust and uppermost mantle, together referred to as the lithosphere. The plates are around 100 kilometers, which is 62 miles, thick and consist of two principal types of material: oceanic crust and continental crust. The Earth's thin outer shell is broken into big pieces called tectonic plates. These plates fit together like a puzzle, but they're not stuck in one place. They are floating on Earth's mantle, a really thick layer of hot flowing rock. How many tectonic plates are there? There are 7 tectonic plates. What are they? The African tectonic plate, the Antarctic, the Eurasian, the Indo-Australian, the North American, the Pacific and South American. How are tectonic plates formed? The plates, interlocking slabs of crust that float on Earth's viscous upper mantle, were created by process similar to the subduction seen today. When one plate dives below another, the report says, other researchers have estimated that a global tectonic plate system emerged around 3 billion years ago. What are the movement of tectonic plates? The movement of the plates create 3 types of tectonic boundaries: the convergent, where plates move into one another; the divergent, where plates move apart and finally transform, where plates move sideways in relation to each other. They move at a rate of 1 to 2 inches, which is 3 to 5 centimeters per year. So an example of a tectonic plate, as we said, is the African plate. Includes the continent and parts on the floor of the Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Here is a map of this. How are earthquakes related to the tectonic plate movements? Earthquakes occur along fault lines. Cracks in Earth's crust where tectonic plates meet, they occur where plates are subduction, spreading, slipping, or colliding. As the plates grind together, they got stuck and pressure builds up. Finally, the pressure between the plates is so great that they break loose. So here is an example. So like the type of margin is motion, effect, topography, and volcanic activity. So divergent for the motion is spreading, while for the effect is constructive, which is when oceanic lithosphere is created. So topography is ridge and rift, while volcanic activity, what can it cause a volcanic activity? Yes, it can. For the convergent, motion is for the subduction, while effect creates destructive. So the oceanic lithosphere is destroyed. So the topography is the trench, and will there be any volcanic activity? Yes, there will be. For the transform, lateral sliding, conservative lithosphere, neither created or destroyed by the effect. So for the topography, no major effect. Will there be any volcanic activity? No, there will not be. What is the ring of fire? The ring of fire, also referred to as the circum-Pacific belt, is a path along the Pacific Ocean, characterized by active volcanics and frequent earthquakes. The majority of Earth's volcanoes and earthquakes take place along the ring of fire. Why is it so important? Apart from being the center of most seismic and volcanic activity, the ring houses the deepest trench in the world. Tectonic plates meet here, which means that we may see the formation, the world's largest supercontinent, here in the future. Why is it called the Ring of Fire? The Ring of Fire gets its name from all the volcanoes that lie along this belt. Roughly 75% of the world's volcanoes are located here, many underwater. This area is also a hub of seismic activity or earthquakes. 90% of earthquakes occur in this zone. How was it formed? The Ring of Fire was formed as oceanic plates slid under continental plates. Volcanoes along the Ring of Fire are formed when one plate is shoved under another into the mantle, a solid body of rock between the Earth's crust and the molten iron core through a process called subduction. And here's a map of the Ring of Fire. What is so unique about this Ring of Fire? The Ring of Fire is home to the deepest ocean trench, called the Mariana Trench. The tectonic activity along the Ring of Fire also results in about 90% of the world's earthquakes, including the Valdivia earthquake of Chile in 1960, the strongest recorded earthquake at 9.5 out of 10 on the Richter scale. Is the Ring of Fire underwater? Most of the activity volcanoes on Earth are located underwater, along the aptly named the Ring of Fire in the Pacific Ocean. What will happen if the Ring of Fire erupts? It would also cause a massive crop failure, leading to a global food shortage, and as if things couldn't get any worse, the toxic volcanoes gases would create acid rain. The rain would make the oceans even more acidic, killing off coral reefs. Marine life would suffer an extinction event if this happens. Here is an image of the Ring of Fire. As we can see, it's just a ring with a fire. How tectonic plate collision exerts contact forces that result in the formation of tall mountains. So mountains form where two continental plates collide. Since both plates have similar thickness and weight, neither one will sink under the other. Instead, they crumple and fold until the rocks are forced up to form a mountain range. As the plates continue to collide, mountains will get taller and taller. How tectonic plates collision exerts contact forces that result in the formation of deep trenches. At convergent boundaries, plates collide with one another. The collision buckles the edge for one or both plates, creating a mountain range or subduction, one of the plates under the other, creating a deep sea floor trench. Facts. So our first fact here, there are 7 major tectonic plates, as we have seen. So for fact number 2, there are 3 types of tectonic plate movement: divergent, convergent, and transform. As for 3, South American plate is the smallest tectonic plate and the Pacific plate is the largest tectonic plate. For the 4th fact, tectonic plate moving can cause tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanoes. For our 5th fact, the Ring of Fire is a location on Earth where the big tectonic plates meet and push against each other. When a heavy tectonic plate pushes under a light tectonic plate, the lighter one rises up and becomes a volcano. For our 6th fact, it is the cause of so many earthquakes in California. And finally, for our 7th fact, the Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. It is formed by a convergent boundary between the Pacific Plate and the Mariana Plate. The Pacific Plate is being subducted under the Mariana Plate. So for the questions for you to answer, what's the Ring of Fire and what are tectonic plates? What would happen if there were no tectonic plates? So do you have any questions? So do you have any questions? No? We will see you next time. Bye.